What is up? Welcome to the Ted Jones World Podcast. I'm your host, Ted Jones, alongside
Peter Moran.
Bro, okay, so you walked in today, and I'm pretty sure we are wearing the exact same jeans. Are they not?
Yeah, I mean, I have, I would like to think like I'm a tiny bit paler. My jeans look like if your jeans spent like 2 weeks at the beach. That's what.
Oh, you mean yours are not paler. You mean yours are a little more tan.
I do mean pale, so I misspoke when I said spent time at the beach. Yours looked like they spent some time at the beach.
Right.
You know?
Okay,
you understand?
so I've gotten more vitamin D,
But also, when it comes to jeans, they don't tan. They fade in the sun. So
yeah,
maybe
that's what I'm thinking. Like, I have had these jeans probably since 2015. These are a pair from Zara, and I've realized that you go to Zara, you get like 5 pairs for like $200, and then
that's a steal.
And then I've been good since the last time I went there. Seriously, I wear these at least 2 days a week, or any time that I really need to wear jeans. I've got like nice. I said, 4 or 5
they're good
in
jeans.
rotation. Yeah, they are. They're great.
You look sharp.
Yeah. All right.
I haven't worn these jeans in a long time. Probably. I don't know if it's pre-quarantine, but it might have been pre-quarantine because these are really, even though these are just light blues, I treat them like whites, where it's like.
What do you mean? Like you wear them
only
not after Labor Day?
Exactly. And last summer it was so chill.
So dumb.
Oh yeah. And these aren't white.
And also like the past 3 months or so are like I've definitely wore my jeans more than in the previous 12 months.
What is that?
You know what I mean?
Are you just getting back into life?
Well, maybe. Yeah. I was just wearing sweatpants so much to the point where like it was super comfy. It wasn't, I'm not wearing like messy sweatpants. Like you've seen the sweatpants I'm kind of wearing like legging style, you know.
I know, you got to
nice
get that jogger.
Fit, it looks well. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like those $30 joggers are just so comfortable. It like makes me second guess putting these here jeans on, you know.
Dude, if you got a nice pair of jogger sweats, you know,
that's
like,
true.
Your butt's gonna look amazing.
Absolutely.
You're like a tight, like a muscular, athletic. Like you could just like cut on a dime at any moment.
Yeah,
that's what it's all. Nothing makes me feel better as a man than walking through these streets in some tight sweatpants. I'm serious,
Peter. A couple things going on that I suppose is new this week, maybe.
I don't know.
We're filming today, and we've decided that we're going to be putting every episode on YouTube. Perfect.
YouTube, yes.
So now if you guys want to check in on us and see what we're wearing for each episode, shoot over to YouTube, Ted Jones World YouTube channel. And we're waving at you guys right now through the camera if you are indeed watching. Am I correct, Peter?
Well, right now we're not. When you said it, you were.
I was just. Well, that's what I was talking about when I was saying it was correct.
Oh, okay. You
know what I'm saying? Correct?
Yeah.
Sorry, bro. I know you're about to say something, and I keep interrupting you.
Well,
it looks like
it was a pregnant moment.
Yeah. What do you mean? You need a C-section?
I need you to C-section these words out of me because I completely lost it.
Get them out naturally.
Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. So you got the vlog on the YouTube as well. You're a vlogger now.
Yeah,
you're a short-haired vlogger with a buzz cut.
Oh, you like that? It's more than short hair, man. It's buzz.
Yeah.
There's a guy at the gym I saw, by the way. He was like, "You really cut it all off."
Huh?
Yep.
Very observant.
You're right, sir. I did.
Don't you love the haircut talk? Hey,
I was hoping I would get more haircut talk. I didn't get enough, man. I haven't gotten enough.
Do you see? Oh, you really cut it all off? Is positive attention, or are you like?
I don't know. I didn't really take
any
it
attention
anyway.
will do.
Sure, yeah. Like there was, and the thing was, like one of the two guys who mentioned it at the gym is a guy who I've never spoken to before. Comes in wearing jeans, just starts ripping the like the arm machine.
Oh yeah,
that like you do for your biceps. What's the thing called when you extend down? He's just always there, just doing biceps.
Hey man,
which I appreciate, dude.
That's what it's all about. Guess who's back in the gym now?
You.
It's your boy.
Stop.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, daddy's
us about
home.
It.
Yeah, I mean, look, I roll up, mask on, swipe in. It's 3:15. By 3:40, I'm wrapping up. I'm like, let's go. We got 25 minutes. We did what we came here to do.
So, do you have like a particular schedule now at the gym? You gonna try and go?
I'm like
a number of days a week.
I'm like a 4 or 5 times a week guy.
But you're gonna extend the amount of time that you're staying there.
Yeah, it'll get up, but I'm never gonna be more than 45 minutes at a time. I stretch beforehand. I show up. I'm within 60 seconds. I'm on a bench or a rack or something. Like that's my style. Like I pull up and I get after it. No real breaks, and I do like 6, 7 different things. And
I was gonna ask you how many you do.
Yeah, probably.
And how many sets? Usually like 4 or 5, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you're
doing high reps, maybe medium weight. Hurt your freaking boy.
We're getting back into it.
Yeah.
It's a little light, but I mean, let me tell you something. This is my longest hiatus ever.
From like not going to the gym.
Yeah.
So when did you stop?
I mean, pandemic.
Like, okay, we'll say March 15th, I guess.
Yeah, sure. Let's call it that. So, I mean, there's progress that needs to happen, but something I love is it is like riding a bike. These biceps always come back. The pecs always come back to play.
Okay.
You know, give it a moment, and the kid's going to be back to himself.
Well, what day are you on?
2.
Is this day 2 or like week 2?
Day 2.
Like, it's day 2. Okay.
Day 2. Yeah.
All right, man. So just getting back to the basics, focusing on those gains. I guess speaking of gains, I was at your favorite restaurant today for early dinner.
Was it Chipotle?
It was Chipotle.
It's not my favorite restaurant anymore. Dude. I'm over it. I don't know.
100 days straight, and you just figured you got to move on, I suppose.
Exactly.
You know what I will say? I will say this about Chipotle, though. I think reasonably priced for New York City lunch.
Yeah.
Every lunch in New York City that I have found as like a, grab it and get out of there is like a $11.50 to $13.50 range. If you don't get any of the add-ons, like add an avocado, add like extra whatever it is, falafel or whatever.
For sure.
Chipotle, get that veggie bowl, and then you add guacamole. It's only $9.74.
Really?
I was
veggie bowl.
A little surprised about.
Yeah.
Wait, why?
Because meat, that would probably be like $12, $13.
Oh, so
which
they
is
don't
still
charge
reasonable.
you for the they don't charge you for the veggies.
The veggies a little cheaper. Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe they might not charge you. I don't know. I don't know though.
Either way, Chipotle, everything really. I'm never gonna be a vegan like you, but I had a moment like Sunday or Monday, very recently, where I was just, no appetite, discussed with myself the way that I felt, etc. And I was like, maybe I'm over meat. Nothing, not even like a fresh burger appetizes me right now.
Not even like cheese on it. People love a good cheeseburger.
Oh, I mean. Oh yeah, dude. I mean, I came back. That's what I'm a meat boy for life. That's what I realized. But there was a moment where I like peered over and I saw the dark side. I saw that vegan life, and I was like, am I coming? Am I becoming someone new?
What were you imagining?
I was like, what am I? I don't know.
When you didn't want the meat initially.
Yogurt? No, you can't even. That's
yogurt. Yeah, yogurt's got milk in it.
Yeah, dude. I don't know how you do it.
Maybe like a froze fruit.
I don't know how.
I don't know like that.
I don't know how you managed to stay that limited. We've got a little bit of a reverse episode. I'm in here talking about veganism and going to the gym. It's like, what's up?
Right. Well, I think I've cast the spell on you a little bit.
Yeah.
But you said yourself you're a meat boy.
Yeah, meat boy for life.
So,
it's not.
I don't know if the vegan lifestyle was gonna last that long. It lasted like 20 minutes for you, huh? If I'm gonna be walking into a restaurant, I mean, the vegan items have to be on an asterisk of some sign, like outside of the restaurant. Otherwise, I'm not walking in, pal.
So you wouldn't think like if you just went into some cafe, some
well, they would have
deli.
like their vegan croissant or something like their vegan health bar, something like that. Like they have a few coffee places in the area that like. I don't know if it's homemade, but it's definitely not made far from the kitchen. I think they just need to have options for business all over the place. So they'll just make an assortment of whatever's going to potentially be eaten.
Yeah, New York is probably good to be a vegan, but I feel like LA is like the vegan hub.
Yeah.
Like if you really want those
started
options.
out over there, I think so too.
And you'd be like cooler there. Like you'd fit in. You should move.
Yeah.
You should.
I mean,
what are you doing here, dude?
The vegan LA lifestyle, man. It could be the move. Not for me, bro. I just can't stand driving all over the place.
Well, hey,
I'm a big walker.
That is very valid. Also, I hate to keep bringing this up, but the fact that you cut your hair, you can't go to LA.
Surfer now?
Yeah, you can't go to LA with the short hair now. That would be so backwards.
Yeah.
It's no longer appropriate for you.
Right. So I could have been like the animal loving vegan.
You could have been
the long
somebody.
Man bun. But hey, next year, right?
Yeah.
Just wait a year, not get a haircut.
Or
like
you could
last
slap
time.
a wig on and you could move, dude. You could move.
How do you mean? Move to LA or just like move and groove with my long
like
hair?
move to LA, throw some like
both.
dirty blonde wig on, get out there, start just always be running your fingers through that mop on top of your head, and everyone.
Well,
just
you know
like,
how
damn.
you know how I used to do with my hair.
Okay. Do you have any sort of musical talent? Because I feel like
I could rap. You've heard me freestyle before.
That's right.
That's right.
Doesn't
you forgot
really
about that glorious talent. Yeah, with my look.
It doesn't
rapping.
It doesn't.
Like hitting the high
I guess
notes.
maybe if you toss like an earring on there, that'd be cool. But I'm more thinking of like playing Wonderwall at the bonfire at the beach.
My acoustic guitar.
Exactly.
Sure. That's more of my long hair vibe, though.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Grab that wig and live the life you were called to.
So, Peter, I wanted to ask you about last episode. We were speaking actually on your poker winnings.
That's right, baby.
So you got paid in Bitcoin, correct?
Correct.
Did you sell your Bitcoin? We all want to know. Even after me almost harassing you to not sell it. Did you sell it?
Paper hands, baby. So emptied every last
the entire
dime.
Thing.
The way I saw it, it was more of a transaction. It was I just had to go through Bitcoin. You know what I mean? I wasn't trying to buy Bitcoin. I just had to dump it into Bitcoin, get it out. Not in like a laundering way.
Okay.
Just in
but
like
how did it work? I guess the website pays you in Bitcoin.
So to get the money, I couldn't have a check sent to me. So to get the money, I just had to give them my like Coinbase wallet. So that's how I got paid.
So it was perfectly set up for you to make large amounts of money in the future, potentially.
Exactly.
If you were to hold on to Bitcoin.
Hey, man.
Have a hold on.
Just not where we were in life.
Right. Yes,
dumped
sure.
$9,000, some fees, whatever. Okay. Ended up cashing like $88.80, something like that. $8,880.
How much of that do you have to pay in tax?
I don't have to pay anything in taxes, man. I don't care about the alphabet boys. Kiss my ass. If I make that money, that's mine. You want to tax my regular job? Take your money. This is for me. Also, it's not like it's under 10K. Yeah.
You're right. You don't have to report it. Like
exactly.
You can bring that money to Venezuela, Caracas.
I can do whatever I want. I could have offshore accounts for all I know.
Cash or whatever it is.
Yeah, I would like to be audited by the IRS just for the swagger of it. It's like how that just makes me sound like rich and important. If I had the IRS looking into my books.
Have you been playing any online poker recently, or are you just sticking to the NCAA Final Four bets?
Yeah, a couple Final Four bets. Went 3 for 3, then 0 for 3. So I broke even on those guys.
Yeah, I'm down $77. I remember last time we spoke, I said I wasn't gonna bet, and I was down $33. Yeah. And now I'm in the hole 77.
It's sad, dude.
How do I get back?
Well, here's the thing. It's only $77. So it's like you could double down, and then you could double down again, and then if it really went poorly, you could double down again. And if you did all that,
this sounds crazy though. But then at that point, by the time I'm doubling up 4 times, it's like $1,400.
Yeah, if you go over your next 4 on coin flips, which is like 1 in 16 odds of that happening. Sorry,
so all these numbers, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, look, right. I've been down bad before.
What's the most you've ever been down?
I mean, definitely in the tens of thousands.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. And you've clawed your way back. Somehow.
Yeah, I mean, the kid finds a way. Sometimes, I mean, I've definitely gone to the casino back in the day, like when before playing poker regularly, just going messing around blackjack, roulette, whatever. Throw down a $15 bet just for fun with the boys, and then I lose. I'm like, all right, yeah, we'll make it 30. All right, let's make it 60. All right, 120. All right, 240. I think that's as deep as I've gone.
You're right.
I think I doubled my way to 400. So I lost, $600, $800, something in that range. Just doing the doubling method. I think the worst single night at a casino, probably 2,600, just firing off miss after miss after miss. It's sad, dude.
Yeah, I bet.
Sometimes it's the
sounds
opposite.
Like it. True. So when you did get that money though from the poker tournament, you cashed out the Bitcoin and you spent it on your credit card bill. So you're responsible.
Pretty responsible
using
move
the cash
with the
responsibly.
Cash. Exactly.
Mostly.
Now I'm chilling. I'm not really focused on the poker right now. I'm more just doing my thing. But if I really wanted to get back into it, life is coming back. I would probably make my way to Atlantic City, get myself a little trailer on the beach, just a nasty little place where I can cook oatmeal over
I love vegan. I love oatmeal. What's your favorite casino in Jersey City?
Atlantic City. I'm a big what's it called? The big yellow building. It's probably the nicest of that. Hey, maybe this is a good sign that I can't remember it anymore. Maybe that means I'm done. It's not Bally's, but it's nearby. Borgata.
We'll look
the
at
Borgata.
The Borgata.
Yeah.
How much does that run you a night? Or I bet you they give you for free, huh? When you bet enough money.
Rarely do I plan it perfectly so I can make that happen. Usually I show up and it's booked out completely and I can't get it and I have to go somewhere on the off. I used to go and I would play 3-day poker tournaments. So I would show up for day 1. I would play at the Borgata. Then I would sleep 30 miles outside of town
this is
in
a
legit Roach
hotel.
Motel. Oh yeah, it's huge.
Some character, right?
I mean, it's trash Vegas.
Character, yeah.
It's that's what they're trying to compete
Welcome
with.
to Borgata. It looks like an embassy, dude.
It is massive and fancy and cool. I met Kevin Hart there one time.
So they have casinos in the lobby. Is that what the deal is?
Yeah, the whole first 2 floors are just all casino. It's huge. It's one of the biggest rooms outside of Vegas. They do massive tournaments there. The 2016 World Series poker champion used to play there. That was his spot. Kevin Hart, man.
Is there smoking allowed in this place?
It depends on the room. Depends on the room you're in.
Oh, right. No, I meant casino though. Not
yeah, there are smoking and non-smoking. Smoking and non-smoking sections of the casino.
Oh,
I don't know if the Borgata has any smoking sections, but that's how it normally goes.
It's funny how not all the rules apply to casinos. I wonder why.
And pretty much none of the rules. You can do whatever you want there.
Is that because it's on Indian reservation lands?
Is it in Jersey? I know.
I don't know about Jersey. I know just in general.
I know a lot of casinos are. I know. So the one I used to go to in Buffalo, where I'm from.
Yeah.
It would be half smoking, half non-smoking, and that would be on a reservation. Free drinks. They hook it up good with a drink. I mean, look. You make me want to go. Should we go right now? Should we go to the Borgata right now?
Dude, I mean,
the boys go to Borgata.
I haven't spent much time in the casino. I went when I was in Vegas, and I think I ended up losing $20, and that was the only thing. Where did I stay? I stayed at the Bellagio. It was my friend's 25th birthday. He had a crazy party there.
Nice.
A ton of people came to. Where was it?
Was this Andrew Warren?
I stayed at the Bellagio. Yes,
it was.
Guest, How did you know that?
You guys touched on it for a second in the Andrew Warren interview.
He had a crazy party. Had tables every night at the Aria and whatever the hell all those other hotels are called over there. You know what I'm talking about.
I spent a few days at the Aria.
Yeah. So Vegas toxic, but also fun.
It's good for 2 to 3 days.
Sure. Yes.
You just can't.
I needed to get out of there.
You can't be in Vegas on a Monday or a Tuesday morning. Monday you can be catching a flight maybe, but the roller coaster that is Vegas, no matter what you came there for, it's gonna be you're gonna feel very bad about yourself as you're leaving, unless you just won a ton of money.
I wonder why the gambling industry centered itself around Vegas.
I mean, I think it's taxes.
Right. Well, Nevada, it's taxes,
right.
The income taxes,
right. So I think I'm pretty sure it's that, and
it's close to LA, close to Texas-ish.
Yeah, I mean, LA to Vegas is very standard, but LA also has a lot of great casinos as well. Look, I've been around.
Yeah,
I've been to a casino or two.
How many casinos do you think you've been to? This is a full dive into your gambling career.
Probably 25, 30, something like that.
Wow.
I have my brother who's 2 years older than me, and a more conservative but more successful overall poker player. And he would collect chips from all the places, and he had so many chips he made a table out of it, right? So he had a glass table, and he filled it with singles from each casino. Yeah.
So how much is the table worth?
It's probably got it's probably got $60 worth of $1 poker chips in it.
Okay.
Yeah, they're singles.
Right.
They're singles. So yeah, he's been to dozens and dozens, been to Vegas a few times. But yeah, dude, sometimes you're in Vegas, you're posted up, you're getting a massage from someone, you're smoking a cigarette, you're drinking a free gin and tonic, you're losing money at the blackjack table, and you're not even stressed.
I wonder how many people actually come out ahead against Vegas. I mean, probably less than 50%. That's why they keep so much money.
Well under, for sure. But the other thing is I can go down and run out of money and have to leave, no matter how many times I win, Vegas has more money. The casino has more money. And that's why, the game it's never over for the casino. For the individual, people lose all their money all the time, and they're done.
Well, how do you kind of see casinos then in general? Is it just having more money than the average customer?
Well, yeah, but all the games are 52, 54%. Even the so-called 50-50 bets are not quite 50-50.
They're favored towards the casino.
Yeah.
How do you know that?
I mean, it's just math. For instance, roulette, right? There are 36 spaces, right? 18. You can go odd, you can go even, and split it that way, right? You could go red or you could go black.
And they don't have 50 and 50 sides, black and red?
It's 18 and 18, but then they have 2 greens, 2 double zeros. So it's really 18 out of 38, 9 out of 19 little. So it's 46%. Yeah. That's how roulette is. Blackjack, if the dealer hits blackjack, it's over. You don't get a comeback. If you hit blackjack and the dealer hits blackjack eventually, or 21-21, it's a push. It's a tie. So there are just like little things that give them a slight advantage that like you can still go and win because you can beat a tiny little deficit in a short period of time. But Vegas over hundreds of thousands of millions of hands, like they win.
Did you hear about this guy who started FedEx and he had like his last few dollars and he just bet it on roulette and won? You hear about that?
Yeah, they were like about to go bankrupt.
FedEx wouldn't have existed if this guy just didn't throw money on whatever number was on the roulette table.
I think that's a move. I think if that's the best way to like raise seed money is going to Vegas and risk it. That's the level of like I miss that. Not that I was
different back in the day, you know just smoking heaters wherever you want. Imagine, bro, we're recording this episode right now. You're just sucking down a heater. You also hear it on the microphone.
Oh yeah. That feels good.
It was, dude, you know what? It was weird when I used to see a lot of people in the city smoking heaters, man. My best friend used to smoke cigarettes for like 6 years and then stopped cold turkey. Yeah.
Good for him.
He's healthy and clean.
Good, clean.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah.
Cigarette clean.
People, the investment banker types, the people on Wall Street, a lot of cigarette smoking there.
Still?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, not like insane. There's a ton of vaping as well, but yeah.
I think, you know what? I think they did transfer that over to that more so, though.
But if you're like
cigarette smoke.
If you're like 35, 40 plus, it's usually vape.
Like 35, 40. You think younger?
Or sorry, not vape. It's usually the classic, the actual cigarette.
Yeah. Because you go down, you get a 5-minute cigarette break 3 times a day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What is that? That's almost a third of an hour, Peter. You're getting paid friggin'.
It's exactly a quarter.
Yeah, bro. If you work at Goldman Sachs and you're making let's do this math quick.
All
bro.
right, yeah.
Since we're talking to $5,000 an hour, you're smoking out there and you're making how much?
$1,250 while smoking cigarettes, baby.
Yeah.
That almost cancels out the cost.
Dude. Yeah. Yeah, almost. Health-wise.
$400 cig.
Carton-wise. So, Peter, I wanted to talk about one current event before we get to this listener email because it looks like it's about to be time there. I'm not sure if you saw this, so I'm sorry if I'm just bringing this up to you and you're totally clueless. But I saw it was on like New York One this morning that there was an Asian woman walking on the street and she was a victim of a hate crime.
Yeah.
And there were doormen that were inside a building that saw this entire attack going on, and they didn't do anything to stop the attack.
Yeah.
So they first initially got suspended, and now they've lost their jobs. Yeah. I wanted to know what your thoughts and what your kind of opinion is on what a doorman in a big luxury high-rise elevator building should be doing on the front of their property or outside their building. Rather.
I mean, I don't know technically what a doorman's responsibility is, but like as a human, well, obviously you're going to stop. An old lady's getting beaten up.
So you agree that they should be in jail? Fired?
They should be in jail. There's actually a Good Samaritan law. I don't know. I guess it's not a law in New York, or maybe some reason if you're like inside the building, it doesn't count. But if you stand by while a crime is committed against someone, that's illegal. It's called the Good Samaritan law. That's how Seinfeld ended. Do you remember the final season of Seinfeld?
No, tell us.
They all got arrested. Because they're all assholes, and they're like some old lady's getting mugged, and they're like laughing at her, and they got arrested for it, and then they end up in jail. That's how the Seinfeld ends, if you remember, in the final season. But that's what they got arrested for, is for just laughing at some old lady getting robbed.
You agree with them getting fired? Then?
But I agree with them getting fired. I think that's lenient. I mean, so someone is getting beat. Also, it's not like there's a gun situation and you're unarmed and it's like there's nothing you could do. It's like, I understand everyone's terrified. No one can intervene. One person is beating up an old lady and you have 2 security people. They easily would have handled it. They let it happen. That's like shocking to me that's how it happened.
Shocking, really?
That you're watching someone get beat up, an old lady get attacked 50 feet from you?
Yeah, maybe even less than that.
You're surprised that I'm surprised they didn't intervene?
I'm not. Maybe I didn't look at it 100% the way that you're looking at it. That it's more of a Samaritan issue and not even them not doing their job issue. It could classify as being their fault, considering it was right in front of their building. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
not just like being a good Samaritan or whatever.
Well, the Good Samaritan is like the term for the law, but I mean, just like as a human, like.
Yeah, they should have done something for sure.
Yeah, I mean, even the fact, like, there are some situations where you're like, I get it. Like, you see a video of someone getting beaten up, and you're always like, but you were just taking a video. Sometimes it's 4-on-1 in some like small person, some like small weak person that would have no chance at intervening is taking a video to help like that person be arrested. I understand that. That's fine, you know.
Yeah.
But this isn't a situation where like they would have been in danger.
No,
or something like that.
It came from a building camera. It was such a weird situation. If you guys haven't seen the video, I suggest that you Google it right now. But it was an Asian hate crime.
Yeah.
But check it out. It was like 2 doormen really standing by and doing nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I would forget the morality of it too. Like, I'm definitely firing them if I'm the manager. Like, you're not keeping the place safe, even if it happens outside of there. Even if you don't care about anyone, all you care about is your building and the vibe over there. Do you want old women getting beaten up out there?
No,
like, have your doorman handle that
shit.
You know? Yeah, I mean, that's wrong on a moral and a business level. It's rare that those coincide.
I'm happy you brought this to my attention because I was only thinking about in terms of, are they doing their job?
You're poisoned by capitalism, Todd.
You can also you can argue like, well, they're supposed to keep peace inside the building.
Right.
That's how I potentially was looking at it initially. And I'm happy you brought out the other
if you
side,
want
Peter.
to like defend them in a court of law, maybe you could use that argument.
Yeah,
but if you want doormen,
or if you want to go to heaven,
protect you.
Yeah, if you want to go to heaven, you got to look at it the way you're looking.
You're not going to see those guys there.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Well, maybe they'll figure it out later in life and get good karma going.
Let's get this email going.
Let's get the email.
Oh, it's actually
going,
from
Peter.
them. The email is, I just saw an old
Everybody,
woman getting beaten up.
episode 122 here of the Ted Jones World Podcast with Peter Moran. Peter is about to read an email that was sent to tedjonesworld@gmail.com. I suggest you all write in your emails if you'd like to be heard from or what?
Spoken to.
Spoken to, yes.
I mean, we're going to read this person's name, so they're going to be heard from as well.
Okay. Fair enough. Peter, go ahead, sir.
All right. This is from Jeff. He's 28, double text protocol. Said, hey.
We talked about this too, but go ahead.
Hey, Peter and Ted. Interesting. Big fan of the podcast. You two have me nodding my head aggressively whenever you give advice, so I figured I'd get some from you. I love the depiction,
Notting Hill,
the imagery
baby.
of that. Yes, sir. I use all the normal dating apps, and I keep running into a similar situation. We match, go back and forth a bit, then slow down and stop after a good chat. Later, I'll bring up us meeting, and they won't respond. Is it weird if I message them again? Is it too much? I know I always forget to check and then let matches slide, so I wouldn't mind, but I don't want to be too much. What are your thoughts on the double text? Sincerely, doing too little. What do you think?
I think that the double texting in general, especially on a dating app, is not a good move.
Yeah.
Dating apps, you can put the best version of yourself online, you know? So chances are if the person's not, I don't want to say jumping out of their shoes to talk to you. If the person,
jumping out of their shoes.
Right, sure. If the person's not jumping out of their shoes to talk to you or making suggestions to hang out, I'd say you just got to leave it bedside. You know, like this online dating is so great for that. Like if you don't actually meet people, like it's very easy to kind of just let things float away.
Oh,
you
know
what I mean? It's better than going on a date and then, you know, you're both like, oh, should we go on a second date? But you both know it's not going to work out. And you know what? It's saving everybody money too. You know?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be spending $50 on a date, or if you're buying dinner and drinks on the other side for the date, nobody's wasting $100 and regretting it.
Run it up. No way.
Not regretting.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's like the worst thing ever. I don't think you're like at like a harassment point if you send a follow up like, hey, just what about this weekend? Yeah. That's not the end of the world. But like, what do you think is going to happen? Maybe they ignored you intentionally. Maybe they missed it. But if you miss it and then you checked a few days later, you'd say if they wanted to see you, they'd hit you up a few days later. Hey, sorry, just saw this. What about next weekend? Right?
Yeah.
Like, what is that? Is it ever going to be the case?
Well, is it ever going to be the case? Excuse me, when it's okay to double text? Is that kind of what you're saying? Where somebody actually forgot?
There are certain situations where it would be okay to double text for sure, and I don't think this would be like wrong to do. I just don't see like any real upside of it. I think that if you send a second text,
sorry, Peter, keep talking. I gotta silence my freaking cell phone.
I think that if you send a second text in this situation, like nothing is changing in terms of the likelihood of that person wanting to see you. I think their mind has been made up by the lack of response. That doesn't mean anything negative. It's just like they they weren't down. Like I can't imagine anytime when you hit them up again and them being like, oh yeah, no, now I definitely want to, even though I couldn't even be bothered to send a text 4 days ago, you know?
Yeah. Or if they end up wanting to actually see you, it seems like they're only doing it because they're pressured to. You know what I mean? It's not.
Yeah,
it's not
and you don't want
mutual seeing each other.
You don't want that. You don't want.
You don't want to
see someone out of obligation. You don't want to end up
wasting $100, like I've said, or $50 if you split it, whatever.
Both your evenings, little heartbreak, little disgust with yourself because you didn't vibe the way you thought you would vibe because they didn't really want to be there. Nobody's winning. Yeah. Look, you are a prize, Jeff. If someone's going to go out with you, they're going to respond to the first time you ask them. And if they forget to respond, they're going to look back later and tell you, sorry, how about this time? And you guys are going to see each other because it's got to be mutual. Don't start off with an imbalance.
So, Peter, bottom line is no double texting.
No double texting.
Realistically, never. I'd say 98% of the time, do not double text. 2% of the time, and you really are dying to, and you really think that it'll work, sure, do it. But just know that 98% of the time, you shouldn't be. So chances are, if you feel like double texting, your wants and needs at the time are falling under that 98%.
Yeah, let's just say as a Ted Jones World podcast that our stance is anti-double text.
Absolutely. Peter, 122 in the books. I'm about to press the stop recording button. Do you have anything else to say, my brother?
Kawasaki.
Perfect. Later. Thanks for tuning into the Ted Jones World Podcast with
Peter Moran.
Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe.
We've got new episodes dropping every Monday, Thursday, Saturday at 12 a.m.
Follow us on TikTok, Ted Jones World Podcast.
Hell yeah.